Hi, welcome once more to Mr. Max. In this lesson, we are going to revise from September 2019 Eastern Cape. Okay, September 2019 Eastern Cape question. Probability section. So, probability question is question number 11. So, please make sure that this question paper is with you. You can download the question paper from our app, or you can go to the Department of Education website and download it from there. Okay. So let's start September 2019 question number 11 Eastern Cape. A school has 530 learners. Each learner is expected to choose his or her summer extracurricular activities from the following: athletics, cricket, tennis. Okay, so there is a table, there is a contingency table given like this. Let me draw that one first. This is athletics. Then the next one is cricket. Tennis. And the last one is total. So girls, boys, and the total. Okay. This is 120, B, 226, A, 108, 219, then 57, 28, 85, 288, 242, 530. Okay, now look at so there are three types of sports: athletics, cricket, and tennis, girls and boys, and the total. Okay, there are B, this is not 6A, this is B. Okay, B and A also given. Okay, now what is the first question? 11.1.1. 11.1.1. 11.1.1. What is that question? Determine the values of A and B. This is not a grade 1 or grade 2 question. Okay, determine the values of A and B. So how can you find this A? When you add these two, you are supposed to get this one. This is the total, am I right? Okay, so how can you find this one? 219 minus 108. So A is equal to 209 minus, not 9, 190 minus 108. Check in your calculator what is the answer. In your calculator you will get 111. Okay, it's a very easy question. Okay, then how can you find B? When you add these two, you are supposed to get 226. So how can you find this one? You just subtract 226 minus 120. Am I right? Okay, so B is equal to 226 minus 120. So check in your calculator what is the answer for that one. In your calculator you will get 106. 106. So the value of A is 111 and value of B is 106. So these are the values you got. Okay, so that is question number 11.1.1. Now let's go to question number 11.1.2. okay, so before you go, this is 111. Let me write it. We already done that one. Okay, so let me write it with a black pen. A is 111, this is 111, and the next one is 106. Okay, now let's go to question number 11.1.2. 11.1.2. What is that question? A learner is chosen at a random. Determine the probability that, okay, one learner is chosen from that one, okay, and what is the probability of it is a boy who plays cricket? So what is the probability of a boy who plays what? Cricket. Okay, you have to find the probability of a boy plays cricket. Okay, so boy plays cricket. This is boy and plays cricket. So how many numbers are there? 108. Am I right? Boy cricket. How many numbers? 108. So what is the probability? 108 divided by, what is the total? Probability means divided by total. Overall total is 530. Okay, you can check in your calculator the simplified form, that is 54 over 265. 54 over 265. You can check in your calculator what is a simplified form of that one. Okay, so that is A. Now what is B? It is a girl. You have to find the probability of it is a girl or not a tennis player. Not a tennis player. What is the meaning of that one, guys? Not a tennis player. Those who watched that first lesson, that where I explained with a PowerPoint presentation what are these terms and how we can interpret that one. Okay, so there I explained very clearly. Not a tennis player means you have to write T. What is this one? T complement. Okay, not a tennis player. Not a tennis player is the same as T complement. Not tennis player, that's the meaning of that one. Not a tennis player, not tennis player. So how can we represent that one in probability? T tennis player complement. Tennis player complement means that if you write it like this, it means that it is not a tennis player. Okay, now come back to our question. What is our question? Probability, or calculate the probability that it is a girl or not a tennis player. What is the meaning? What is or? Or means union. Am I right? And means what? And means intersection. Okay, so calculate the probability that it is a girl. You have to find the probability of it is a girl or union. Okay, or not a tennis player. Not a tennis player, how can you write? Tennis player complement. Not a tennis player. Tennis player complement. Okay, so now how can you find the answer of this one? Okay, so for that what you have to do is you have to know the addition rule in probability. Okay, so I hope you already studied that addition rule from the first chapters. Okay, what is addition rule? Assume that two events A and B. Okay, then what is addition rule? Probability of A union B is equal to probability of A, you have to by heart this formula, plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the addition formula. Okay, so the only difference in this question, instead of this A it is G, instead of this B it is T complement. Here you can see that this is union, this is also union. So we can expand this one like this. Okay, here what is this? Probability of A means the first one, plus probability of B means this one, second one. Okay, minus A intersection B. A intersection B. Okay, so let's try to expand like that there. So this one is probability of A. Here it is G. Okay, so probability of G plus probability of B. What is B here? T complement. So it is pure probability of T complement minus probability of A intersection B. That means G intersection T complement. So minus probability of G intersection T complement. Now we have to find each one of that one. Okay, probability of a girl. They are not talking about athletes. They are not talking about cricket or tennis. Just a girl. What is the total? Total how many girls are there? 288. Okay. So what is the probability? 288 divided by total is 530 plus probability of not tennis complement means what? Not tennis. Okay, tennis complement, not tennis. So not tennis, how many people are there? Not tennis, how many people are there? This is tennis. Okay, so we are not allowed to use that tennis. Okay, don't forget that. Not tennis, that's all the condition. We don't mind is a boy or a girl, so you have to consider both of that one. Okay, so how many people are not tennis? How can you find? This is the number of people who are taking tennis, 85. Okay, not tennis, how many then? This 226 plus 219. You have to add these two. So check in your calculator what is 226 plus 219. That is 445. So what is the answer there? Probability of not tennis or tennis complement is 445 divided by sum of this one. Okay, that divided by 530 minus probability of G intersection T complement, tennis complement. That means girl intersection tennis complement. What is the meaning of that one, guys? Probability of girl intersection. What is the meaning of intersection? Common. Okay, so girl, all of these ones are girls, am I right? Okay, all of this one 120, 130, 57, all of these are girls. Okay, and what is the meaning of this intersection? Common. Okay, so you have to write the common of girl means all of this one. Okay, intersection complement, T complement means what? We are not allowed to take these 57. That means the remaining these two. Listen once more. What is the meaning of girl? How many girls are there? This 120, 111, 57. 57 is also included. Okay, but these girls intersection means common. Okay, girls and tennis complement means not tennis. We are not allowed to take tennis. That means these two. So listen once more. Girls means what? 120, 111, 57. These are girls. Am I right? Okay. Tennis complement means what? Only this one. We are not allowed to take this one. Okay. So what is this one? 120 plus 111. 120 plus 111. So which one is common? Intersection means common. This 120 is common. This 111 is common. Okay. So it means that probability of G intersection T complement means number is you have to add this 120 and 111. What is answer? T 231. So it is 231 divided by total is 530. So take your calculator, don't waste too much time for that one, for the calculation. Take your calculator, try to find the answer for that one. In your calculator you will get 502 divided by 530. You can leave the answer like this, or if you want to you can simplify. Okay, yeah, it's better to write the simplified answer. Okay, maybe they will reduce 1 mark for the simplification. Okay, so anyway, take your calculator, simplify that one. Okay, so that is question number 11.1.2. now let's go to question number 11.2. Okay, question number 11.2. Consider the letters of the word numerator. Okay, so what is the word numerator? Okay, NUMERATOR. Okay, NUMERATOR. Okay, so you have to consider that word numerator. Okay, now what? How many 9-letter word arrangements can be formed if the repetition of the letters is allowed? How many letters are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 letters are there. So let me, 9 letters are first question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 letters are there. Okay, now what is the question? 11.2.1. How many 9-letter word? This is 11.2.1. How many 9-letter word arrangements can be formed if repetition of the letters is allowed? So here you have to understand one thing. Maybe majority of you, those who practice, now you are thinking that okay, straightforward, it is 9 factorial. Okay, but it's wrong here. Okay, do you know why? Look at this one, this numerator word here. Look at these two letters. Okay, so I'm going to write that one. Let me write it like this. Okay, N U M E, not going to write that R now, A T O, then let me write that R. Okay, I wrote it like that. Okay, now there also it's 9. Okay, but this position to be filled. Okay, listen very carefully what I said. This is not the answer. What is the question? How many 9-letter word arrangements can be formed if the repetition of the letters is allowed? Okay, so normally we are thinking that okay, it is 9 letters, 9 position, it's 9 factorial. Okay, because 9 are here, repetition of the no, sorry, not 9 factorial. Maybe some of you are thinking, okay, those who practice this one, sorry for that, some of you are thinking, those who practice this one, it is 9 raised to 9, because repetition are allowed. So here it is 9, here also it is 9, here also it's 9, 9, 9, 9. That means 9 raised to 9. Okay, but that's wrong. Okay, do you know why? Listen very carefully. Here, for the first position to be filled, okay, what is the first position? This one. Okay, so for that position to be filled, okay, how many options I have? It's only 8 option, because I can put this N here. Am I right? There is no problem. Okay, I can put U there. Let me put this U here. There is no problem. Okay, let me put this M here. There is no problem. Let me put this E here. There is no problem. Let me put this A here. There is no problem. Let me put this T here. There is no problem. Let me put this O here. There is no problem. Okay, now listen. I can put a O here. There is no problem. Okay, then what is the next letter that I wrote there after O? R. So I can put R also here. There is no problem. What is the next letter after R? R. Again R. It's not the same thing that I put it here. Do you understand? I put R here. I put this R here. Okay. So if I put the next number, the 9th one, it's the same thing. Am I right? I'm not talking about the repetition. Repetition means this R can't be here. That is the meaning of repetition. Okay. But here on this position, I'm not getting 9 letters there. I'm getting only 8 distinct letters. It's not 9 letters, because the last 2 letters, if I put this letter here, then this one is the same as this one. Am I right? That means in effect, how many distinct letters are I am getting? Only 8 distinct letters. That means this position to be filled, I have only 8 letters. You understand? So now we can think about the repetition of the word. Okay. So here, how many possibilities? Since it is repetition are allowed, here also I have 8. Here also I have 8. Here also I have 8. You understand? Okay, like that look at the question once more. How many 9-letter word arrangements? Okay, so 9, all the 9 positions, it's a 8 8 8 8. That means 8 times 8 times 8 times, like that. Okay, so what is the answer now? It is 8 raised to 9 letters. Okay, that means 8 raised to 9. It's not 9 raised to 9. That's wrong. Okay, because these are, if you put it here and these are, we put it here, it's the same thing. You understand? Okay, so I know that some of you are thinking, so is the repetition is allowed, so why should we take this R, this one R and this one R? Okay, it's not, the repetition is allowed doesn't mean that R is here then R is here. No, repetition of the letters allowed means that if R is here, then R can't be here. Repetition of the letters are allowed means that R is here, then R can be here also. That is the meaning of repetition. You understand? So once if you put R here, this R here, then what is the point of putting the same R again here? It's the same thing. So it means that even though there are 9 letters, but how many distinct letters are there? It's only 8 distinct letters are there. Okay, so that is question number 11.2.1. so the answer is 8 raised to 9. Okay, next question 11.2.2. What is that question? How many 9-letter word arrangements can be formed if all 4 vowels are never together and repetition of the letters is not allowed? So underline the words 9-letter word arrangements, 4 vowels never together, and letters not repetition of the letters not allowed. Okay, underline that word. Okay, so here in this question also 9 letters without repetition of the letters are not allowed. Okay, so first let's see without any condition, without the remaining condition, if vowels are never together and repetition of the letters are not. Okay, without that condition, total how many possibilities are there? Okay, so let me write 9 letters and without repetition. Okay, without, that is important, without repetition. Okay, 9 letters without repetition. Can you say how many options there? 9 letters without repetition. So without repetition, how can you write? That is 9 factorial divided by, you remember rule number 4 there in chapter 1 I explained. Okay, our first lesson I explained 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial. What is that 2 factorial? This R and R are same. How many R's are there? 2 R's. So what you have to do, since without repetition, what you want to do, total 9 letters, then you divided that with the 2 factorial because of that 2 R's. Okay, so 9 letters without repetition means 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Why it is 2 factorial? Because there are 2 R's there. It's the same thing without repetition. So to avoid the repetition, you have to divide that with the 2 factorial. Okay, so if 3 letters are, instead of that numerator, okay, let me write here okay, if there are 2 E's here, just assume that. Okay, T-O-R-R. Okay, let's see here, there are 3 A's, R's also. Okay, so how many E's are there? 2. How many R's are there? 3. Okay, now how many letters are here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 letters. Okay, so 11 letters without repetition. What is answer? 11 factorial divided by how many e's are there? 2. So it is 2 factorial times how many r's are there? 3. So it is times 3 factorial. Okay, without repetition. Since there are 2 e's, it is 2 factorial. Since there are 3 r's, times 3 factorial. Okay, okay. So now that is the condition without repetition. Okay. Now we can come back to our question. How many 9-letter word arrangements can be formed if all 4 vowels are never together and repetition of the letters repetition of the letters not allowed? Okay, so what I am going to do is, it's easy when you have a question like this. Okay, not together. When you have a question like this, first you have to find how many possibilities are there when they are together. That is easy to find. Okay, first you have to find how many possibilities are there when they are together. Then you subtract from the total. Then you will get how many possibilities are not when they are not together. Okay, so what I said, if vowels are together, how many possibilities? Okay, if all the vowels, okay, if vowels are together, how many possibilities? How can you find if vowels are together, how many possibilities? So what are the vowels there in that one? E is a vowel, am I right? Then A is a vowel, A-E-I-O-U. O is a vowel, U is a vowel. So how many vowels are there? 4 vowels. Okay, let me write that vowels together. Okay, so it is U is there, E, then what? A, then O. Then what are the remainings? N, M, then what? T, R, then there is extra R. Okay, so here we are going to consider this case if vowels are together. Okay, so here how many consonants are there? All the letters that are not vowels are consonants. Okay, how many consonants are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one is the same as this one, am I right? So there are 4 distinct consonants. Okay, now what about this one? If vowels are together, how can you find? Do you remember in that chapter I explained? Okay, so you have to consider this group as 1. Okay, then you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen once more. You have to count this group as 1 unit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 factorial. Okay, times inside the group how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is times 4 factorial. Okay, listen once more. This one is 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 factorial. Okay, times inside the group how many? 4. That means 4 factorial. Okay, so if vowels are together, then how many different possibilities? 6 factorial. 6 factorial times 4 factorial. But here also there is one problem. These two are the same. Am I right? We included that one also when we count these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So since these two are the same, what you have to do? Divided by 2 factorial. Okay. So now look at this one. If vowels are together, this many, if you use your calculator, you will get an answer there, a number there. Okay, these many possibilities. But this is not our question. What is our question? If all 4 vowels are never together. So how can you find if all the vowels are never together? Total how many possibilities? 9 letters without this condition. 9 factorial without repetition. 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial. That is a total possibility. Okay, so with this condition, if vowels are together, this is the number of possibilities. So what about if vowels are not together? Can you say how many possibility? How can you find total? How many possibilities? 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So if vowels are together, how many possibilities? These many possibilities. Okay, so if vowels are not together, how can you find? From the total, listen guys, assume that the total is 5. Assume that the total is 5. Okay, if vowels are together, there are 3 possibilities. So if vowels are not together, how can you find how many possibilities? Total 5, vowels are together 3. So vowels are not together, how can you find? This 5 minus 3. Am I right? Okay. Same applies. Total how many possibility? 9 letter without repetition and factorial divided by 2 factorial. When vowels are together, this many possibility. So vowels are not together, how can you find? Total minus, that means 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial minus this one, 6 factorial times 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So check in your calculator what is the answer for that one. In your calculator, 17,280. 17,280. So that many possibilities. Okay, so that is question number 11.2.2. Now let's go to 11.2.3. Okay, question number 11.2.3. 11.2.3. What is that question? An 8-letter word arrangement is made from the word numerator. So there it is. There how many letters are there? 9 letters. Okay. So using that 9 letters, we are going to make a 8-letter word arrangement. So now the new arrangements only 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There are 8 letters. Okay. Is made from the word numerator. All the vowels must be included. So underline that one. All the vowels must be included in this word arrangement, and repetition of letters is not allowed. Repetition of the letters is not allowed. Okay, so let me write that vowels and consonants separate. Okay, like what we did in the previous question. So here what are the vowels? U, then E, A, O, those are the vowels. Then what are the remaining? N, M, T, R, then there is an R. Okay. So how many consonants, how many vowels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. Am I right? Okay, there are 4 vowels, and how many consonants are there? Can you say how many consonants are there before we start? Is it 4 or 5? It's only 4. Am I right? Okay, because this R is the same as this one. Okay, so there are only 4 consonants are there. Okay, and how many vowels? Vowels are sorry, how many consonants and how many vowels? 4 vowels and 4 consonants. Okay, okay. Now, what is the probability that okay, before I continue that one, all vowels must be included in this word arrangement. So we include all vowels. Okay, U, E, A, O. Okay, and all and repetition of the letters not allowed. Okay, now what is the probability that all odd number spaces occupied by vowels? Wow, 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 what a question is that. What is the probability that all odd number spaces, what are the odd number space? This is 1, then 3, 5, then 7. These are the odd numbers, okay, and they are saying that odd numbers must be occupied by which one? What is the probability that all odd number spaces are occupied by vowels? So it means that here on this position it is vowel, this position it is vowel, this position it is vowel, this position it is vowel. Okay, odd number spaces are occupied by vowels. Okay, now tell me, for this repetition is not allowed, don't forget that. Okay, so how many vowels are there? 4. So for this position to be filled, how many options I have? For the first position, first, don't forget that first position is vowel. So how many vowels are here? 4. So for this position to be filled, I have 4 options. Repetition is not allowed. Okay, so for this position to be filled, how many options I have? Assume that I took only 1 here from these 4. So how many remaining? Only 3 vowels remaining. Okay, for this position to be filled, assume that 2 are gone, 2 vowels are gone here. Okay, so how many vowels remaining? 2. That means for this position to be filled, 2 option. For this position, it's 1 option. Okay, now the remaining these positions, okay, there you have to be careful. Here how many options now? Any of the consonants, n, I can put this n here, I can put this m here, I can put this t here, I can put this r here. What about this r? Is it not the same as this r? I put it here, assume that here it is r. Okay, then that is the same as if I put this r also here. You understand? So it means that how many consonants are there? It's only 4 consonants, even though there are 2 r's there. Okay, how many consonants are there? We have to consider. It's only 4, because if I put this r here, there is a r here. Okay, then what is the use of putting this r here? No, it's the same thing. Am I right? That means for this position to be filled, actually how many options I have? It's only 4 option, not 5, because these are putting here or these are putting here is the same thing. That means here for this position to be filled, I have only 4 options. Repetition is not allowed. So 1 is gone, any one of these one is gone. So how many remaining? 3. So for this position it is 3. For this position it is 2. For this position it is 1. Okay, now question is you have to find the probability. Okay, so using this one, total how many possibilities? 4 times, 4 times, 3 times, 3 times, 2 times, 2 times, 1 times 1. Check in your calculator, you will get 576. Now since the question is to find the probability without repetition, okay, so without repetition means how many spaces are there in this question? 8. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, how many letters are there? How many letters are there? Is it 8 or 9? It's only 8. Am I right? Because there is no use to put a RR again there. Okay, that means for this position to be filled, how many options? 8. For this position to be filled, repetition is not allowed. Okay, so for this position 7, then 6 5 4 3 2 1. So total how many possibilities? You have to multiply all of that. Is the same as 8 factorial. That means total possibility without any condition is 8 factorial. Okay, so now what is the probability of that condition? According to that condition, how many possibilities? 576. Overall, how many possibilities? 8 factorial. So check in your calculator, 576 divided by 8 factorial. In your calculator, you will get 1 divided by 70. That means the probability of that condition, alternative vowels, is 1 divided by 70. Okay, so that is question September 2019. Is that all? Yeah, that. So that is September 2019 probability section. So I hope you understand. Okay, so watch it again and try to understand this one. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. See you on the next lesson. Thank you.